Welcome back to the Arise interview, where we speak to the newsmakers as well as ordinary people doing extraordinary things around the world and featuring the voices at the heart of the stories. I'm Charles Anyagolu. Now, Messengers of Peace is an initiative of an NGO of the same name, which inspires people in Nigeria, irrespective of ethnic group, gender, or religion, to take action in their communities by contributing to peace and sustainable development. They've been involved in dozens of projects and inspired hundreds of organizations through training and education to come up with actions that involve community service that promote peace. They've just concluded a National Peace Summit in Abuja, where panelists discussed the challenges of maintaining peace and security in Nigeria, and what a challenge that is. There's also a peace pageant in which queens of peace are chosen, and a children's arm that focuses on education. Well, in a moment, I'll be joined in the studio by the national president of the Messengers of Peace. But first, here's a short video message from the Peace Foundation.
We don't want division. We don't want north-south confrontation anymore.
Nigeria, my fatherland, all we need is one love. We are messengers of peace. Let us come together as one. All we need is unity. We are messengers of peace. Let us come together as one. Nigeria, let's rise and shine.
Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by the national president of the Messengers of Peace and convener of the National Peace Awards, Dr. Suleiman Adejoh. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you, Charles, for having me.
I guess after seeing that music video, Boko Haram are going to run off and hold hands with with the governors across the north and all the people they've been blowing up their families.
You see, it's quite unfortunate that we are having this kind of issue of Boko Haram in Nigeria right now. The whole country is tensed up. There is chaos, there is violence everywhere, the killings, the herdsmen, the kidnapping. It's just alarming.
Well, we obviously are aware of the problems.
Yes,
the issue is the solutions. Tell us more about the Messengers of Peace and how you're working to contribute to peace in Nigeria.
Yes, the Messengers of Peace came up with an idea to register this organization in order to contribute our own quarter to the peace that we are all yearning for in the country, Nigeria. You know, peace is a state of calmness, a societal friendship of harmony. The moment there is no harmony between two individual or group of people, definitely the resultant effect of that is violence. And that is why the Messengers of Peace is a happy, peaceful family that are doing everything possible to say that we promote peace in our own little way. We came up with the idea in 2014 and it was registered and we kick off. We have various departments in doing sensitizations, which is the key, educational sensitizations in areas of peace building. Because if you don't go down to the root of the problem, there's no way you can solve the issue of peace.
But what sort of sensitization are you doing in the Northeast, for example?
In the Northeast, for example, is we're using the music, the jingles, and several other mediums through our social media platforms. Because as it is right now, the Northeast is a no-go area if you don't have security by your side. So the issue of sensitization has to be online, majorly for us as an organization. And some of the media houses we partner with, they give us slots in order to push our content to get to the root cause of this problem. But the major our concern is targeted towards government. Most especially, we tend to educate government as well. Because the root cause of every problem is when tempers rise, then angers, everybody will be angry towards the system. You know, the youths are not carried along. That is the major cause of this restiveness you are finding in the country today.
So you're spending a lot of your energy on the government because obviously if they have the right policies, then it'll go a long way to eliminating dissent within society.
Of course, government is the major player. Government is the major stakeholder in the peace mantra that we are promoting. The president himself in his wisdom has giving kudos to so many things we've been doing in the time past. That is why we even gave him an award last year in trying to remind him that he's the custodian of this word called peace. As the Grand Commander of Peace that we honored him in 2020, is just to remind him that, Your Excellency, you need to do more. You're doing something, but you need to do more. There is an extent you can go as the Commander-in-Chief. You can call the shot and bring all these things to an end.
Now, what's been his response to you?
His response is that the armed forces are trying their best, and NGOs also need to contribute, because peace is a collective effort. It's not an individual thing. If citizens don't give intelligence reports to the security community, there's no way they can operate.
Right. But as you go around with your messages of peace, which is obviously a good thing, and as you inspire people to work closer towards peace,
Yes, please.
how are you actually measuring the achievement of peace?
Yeah, we're measuring it through the responses we're getting. Through the responses, we know we're doing something. We get our responses through our emails, through the fact that when we go to some communities and we preach peace, the level of acceptance, we know that we are touching lives. Just recently, the Commonwealth organizations in London, they wrote to us that they want to partner with us because they've been following our antecedent of peace advocacy for a very long time. Mr. Adejoh, who is the younger brother of Gani Fayemi, he's floating that outfit in the UK, and we have responded for partnership and collaboration to start the first ever Global Messengers of Peace Award. It's coming up in London in UK. And the Queen Mother herself, Queen Elizabeth II, she's going to be part of
Which
this.
is not the Queen Mother, she's the Queen.
Queen herself, Queen Elizabeth II, she's part of this project. And if we are not getting good response, the international community will not recognize our effort. And recently from Kenya, from Congo, Cameroon, we've got several accolades in this thing that we're doing. And to cap it up, we've received several awards as well. In as much as we are conveners of the prestigious National Peace Award, people also call us for recognition because of the massive job we've been doing lately. Using the platform of the Queens of Peace, we have 6 of them, overseeing the 6 geopolitical zones. We also have the Queen of Peace Nigeria, who is the head queen. We have the Queen of Peace International, who doubles as a representative of Nigerians in diaspora, and also who liaises with the head of missions of various countries to Nigeria. We also have a children's department. We don't leave any stone unturned. So we have some few children under our platform that have been grooming over the years so that they can also disseminate the peace information to their age grade. That is how far we have gone, and the response so far is so encouraging.
Well, it sounds very encouraging. And when you say peace, what do you mean by that? Are you talking about the absence of war, or does it encompass other dimensions?
Of course, peace is not just the absence of war. It is a friendship between you and somebody, of communities or group of individuals. Not until a full-blown war is out, before you know that there is no peace. No, even in the family nucleus, the immediate family, you find out that the husband and wife, they might not be talking for days. The children will not understand that there's violence going on between the parents. So you see that when if you want to achieve lasting peace, it has to start from the immediate environment, which is the family setting. Once the parents are able to live happily together within themselves, you find out that they carry that peace in them to their workplace, and it will transform into peaceful coexistence with their neighbors. And who is your neighbor? Your neighbor is somebody that your actions can affect positively or negatively. It must not be your next door neighbor. If you take a decision, a very harsh decision that could affect somebody, taking somebody's life in Zamfara, in Kano, in Lagos, you have automatically killed your neighbor.
Absolutely.
So if you give positive advice or you promote peace that affects somebody's life in Sokoto, in Katsina, or in Maiduguri, you have also encouraged your brother to live peacefully. So our own mantra is that start the family peace advocacy from each family member.
Very interesting. So how did the Messengers of Peace initiative come about? I know you touched on it briefly earlier, but just expand on that. Did you sort of wake up one morning, look at Nigeria, think, oh my God, there's fighting going on here, there, and everywhere, and I've got to do something?
Yeah, the word Messenger of Peace is, I translated it from my local name, and I'm an Igala from Kogi State. My name means, Onuche in Igala means Messenger of Peace. So I think I was born to do this. And from my prime, I started bringing people together and promoting peace in my youthful days, up to the point that I thought it was necessary to come out in the public domain, and we registered it, and that was how we bettered Messengers of Peace. So is my name translated in English, and I'm doing what I'm sent to do on earth.
Right.
And I enjoy doing that.
Well, that's a good thing to do, obviously.
Thank you.
So for someone who is not a member of the Messengers of Peace group, I'm assuming that people join your
Yes,
sort of
yes,
group.
yes.
What can they do to promote peace in a way that would meet with your approval?
Of course, like I said earlier, from the family setting, from the churches you go to, that's faith-based organization. If you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, the attitude you display in your place of worship can encourage people to say that, look, he is a messenger of peace. In your workplace, how do you relate with your colleagues at work? It's also an avenue for us to harvest members. If you cannot give what you don't have, that's the truth. If you don't have peace deposited in you, it is very difficult to give it out. These people that are agents of violence, I'm sure they have some tendency of violence from the embryo. That's the truth. So right now, as a messenger of peace, there's no way, there is no amount of hypnotism that you're going to give to me for me to carry gun and go and face somebody and to gun down somebody. It's not possible. I don't see it coming. But at the end of every man's lifespan, you're going to give account of what you do on earth. So the fear of God is the paramount key for you to be a messenger of peace. Knowing fully well that somebody is going to hold you accountable on the day of judgment. Once you have that notion behind you, whatever activities you're going through in life, you tune some things down and embrace peace.
So what sort of projects are you working on now? I mean, I know you talked about the ongoing projects, you
Yes,
know,
yes.
the peace summit and all the rest of it. What projects are you working on going forward? That I take it you kind of develop new products as you go forward.
Yes, we have some materials I came with. We have a publishing sector that our magazine. Just last week, Saturday, at the central area here in Abuja, we launched the first ever 100 piece nuggets that we translated into 3 major languages in Nigeria. That's part of sensitization.
What do you mean peace nuggets?
That's words that we captured, quotes in English that we translated into bits into different languages so that the downtrodden in communities can be able to understand these messages of peace that we are passing out.
And that's what we're looking at on the screen now, is it?
Yes,
Those
that
are
is
the,
it.
the
That is
nuggets.
it. Yes.
Right, that's the book. Yeah, okay, well, we've just seen it on the screen. So that's one.
That's the latest one right now.
Right.
Yes.
And that was launched at your summit.
Yes, it was launched at our summit.
And the summit involved quite a bit of discussion around the issue of peace.
The discussion that we had experts on board to discuss with the audience and the nation and the world was centered on gatekeepers. What are the roles of gatekeepers in the country called Nigeria? And who are gatekeepers? Majority of Nigerians don't know that. The moment you are a citizen of Nigeria, you are a gatekeeper.
Right. We've got about 20 seconds
Yes,
before we
please.
have to end the chat. Looking forward, given all the things happening in Nigeria, are you optimistic in terms of peace?
Of course, I'm optimistic. Without bread went through fire to be appreciated. Gold itself went through fire to be appreciated. So Nigeria right now is in a state of development. The development is coming in a very fast and rapid response because the youth are also aware that corruption is on the highest. So Nigerian youth have taken it upon themselves that come 2023 they are going to change the narrative.
Right. So let's hope that 2023 becomes a marker for change. Dr.
Definitely.
Suleiman Adejoh, President of the Messengers of Peace, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.